the Bahamas in the semis.
Yeah, both teams have seen this Bahamas team, and not saying that Antigua is not a handful, but I think right now in this tournament, either team, BVI or Virgin Islands, would rather face Antigua than face Bahamas.
We had a lot of conversation during the last game on Twitter and on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter at Caribe Basket, CARIBE-BASKET. You can tweet at us. Maybe we'll read your tweet on the air if you've got a question or comment for Cal or myself, or a shout out for your favorite player or your favorite team as Khalid Hart scores. And Virgin Islands takes its first lead at 4-3. Or you can like us on Facebook. We are Caribbean Basketball Confederation there. I'd like to get up to about 1,100 likes before this night is over. And with plenty of people no doubt watching around the Caribbean tonight, many of you watching online, it would be very easy for you to open another browser tab, go to Facebook, and like the Caribbean Basketball Confederation. Foul is called on Kennedy Bass, his first. Now a long three on the way, no. Aska, the rebound, goes up and jams it home with one hand.
And that's going to hurt this BVI team, as they got to find people to put bodies on, as these Virgin Islands guards are very good rebounders.
And Aska continuing damage that he was doing to the rim last night. Now the jumper no good by Randy George, and rebound to Virgin Islands. Pass ahead to Hart. And then Rivera intercepts the pass. It's a 3-on-1. Williams goes up and lays it in. Quick hands by Angel Rivera results in the easy bucket for Virgin Islands, and it's 8-5.
And I'm sure his whole family is looking into this game, as they was with us last night.
Yeah, the Cuences family in Puerto Rico. Now another miss by BVI. That was Samuel. And now at the other end, Cuthbert Victor
Look
makes
how
it a 10-5 game, and BVI wants timeout already. 6:22 to play, and a 10-5 lead for the Virgin Islands. We're back in a minute from the multipurpose complex in Rotown. Back at the multipurpose sports complex, I'm Craig Fada, he's Cal White. And Cal, now that BVI is down by 5 at 10-5, we knew coming into this one without their big men, Cleon Penn, and now the loss of Norval Carey, that they were going to struggle. What do they have to do to stay competitive, if not win this game?
Well, somebody's going to have to pick up the ball and stop their transition. Right now, the last two baskets, they got in transition as Angel Rivera was able to push the ball up the floor. Point guard got to stop the ball.
George on the left wing, Chiverton for three, yes!
And Chiverton, probably the best shooter on that BVI team. You got to get a hand up on him.
Here comes BVI back the other way. Samuel ties it up at 10. Well, just like that, whatever Keith Malone said in the timeout worked, because now BVI is tied. Victor, pass stolen, and now BVI going for the lead. Chiverton, 3 on the way. Smith can't connect, but back tap to Kennedy Bass. And BVI resets. George to Chiverton, another 3 on the way, beg your pardon, that was Samuel. Now Smith with the putback, that won't go. And here comes Virgin Islands back the other way. Now Aska through traffic draws a whistle, and he'll go to the free throw line. The foul is going to be on number 8, Kennedy Bass. That's the first foul on Bass. Aska to the free throw line in the tournament, an 85.7% free throw shooter so far. And last night, partner, that probably would not have been called a foul.
I guarantee you there was a meeting held either last night or this morning talking about this game. I expect this one to be very physical. And a lot of these players know each other. They're a lot of friends, but that's not going to stop him from throwing a little elbow and bumping on the court.
Aska hits the front end, and it's 11-10. Now Chiverton the turnaround. Aska out high to Williams. Thought about the 3, hasn't taken one yet. Khalid Hart takes the long 2, and that's good. That's Bass on the right wing, giving it up. Now the long pass to Kilvin Samuel. Now out to Parallon. Long 3 from straight on. Air ball. A little outside Parallon's range.
Great team defense that time by the Virgin Islands as they was forced them into a shot clock violation.
Now Shepard with the nice take, but it can't go in. As in front of us, the defensive hero last night, Giorgio Milligan checking in. He had the big block on the last play of the game.
And interestingly enough, you got a guard coming in. Okay, my correction.
Yeah, I thought Williams was
you had a
sit
guard
down
coming
as
in
well.
for the big guy. Thought they was going to play small ball. And the BVI bringing both their young players at the same time.
And a couple of veterans at guard for Virgin Islands in Shepard and Victor. Victor more of a 3, though.
That's going to be a key matchup down there. Chiverton guarding Oscar. He's just too small and not strong enough to guard him down there. Look for him to post more in the paint.
Chiverton's feisty, though. But they go right to Aska, and he can't finish. 13-12, Virgin Islands. Franklin Penn pulled up the dribble, gives it to Blyden. Now Blyden's left-hand layup won't go, and then the tip by George won't go. Blyden gets it back. Remember, Blyden got hurt a couple of nights ago as well. Now Blyden bumped by Shepard, no call. Shepard wanted to travel. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Virgin Islands ball as Reimer now replaces Williams. Williams has not taken a shot yet for Virgin Islands. 2:50 to play, first quarter. Virgin Islands leading BVI by 1, 13-12. Glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from, across the Caribbean or around the world. And predictably, we have heard from the Cuences family. His mother, Valeska, she's in Tampa, saying hello to Angel Rivera. Now Milligan takes it strong to the basket and draws the foul. Free throw by Milligan, bounces around and finally Plinko's its way in. And it's 14-12. Make it 15. Was actually a little surprised that Baroa wasn't assigned to work this game. He worked one of the earlier games today, but he is a big commanding presence on the floor and takes control of the game. Carlos Roman from Puerto Rico, one of the officials out there, he's got to be a bodybuilder. He doesn't have quite the presence that Baroa has, but he is one of the best, if not the best official in this tournament. And I think if he stepped in the middle of something, the guys would see the bulges in his shirt and go, okay, I think I'm going to back off. Now a pretty pass.
Great no-look pass
To
by
Eustace
Franklin
Freeman,
Penn.
yeah. And Freeman goes to the floor. Foul is called. Actually, all three of these officials working in this game, very, very good officials.
And what a way for Freeman to get his feet wet, as he's only averaging 1 minute per game in this tournament. He's probably going to have to play a lot of minutes tonight.
I would imagine so, with both Cleon Penn and Norval Carey gone. He hits his first free throw to make it 17-13. Hits both free throws. And it's 17-14. Now Shepard on the attack. Good help by Freeman. And here comes BVI. And now an offensive foul called against, I believe that was Parallon.
Hey, put him out of the game, man. That's bullshit.
And Shepard slow to get up. And you may hear in the background some of the Virgin Islands coaching staff not pleased with that. I didn't see what happened.
Steve Paroline just actually threw an elbow at Kevin Shepard.
So it's Virgin Islands ball. That was their 15th foul. It was an offensive foul, so not shooting. Now Aska shot blocked from behind by Parallon.
And right now it's obvious where the coach wants the ball to go, is they're going to pound the ball down inside to Aska, as I don't think BVI have anybody that can guard him down in the post.
No, Caleb into the game as well. We haven't seen a lot of him. Aska's free throw rattles out. (18 to 14). Now a three on the way. That's good, Franklin Penn. Now Shepard, the inbound pass, launches the long three. He answers. Now a travel called.
BVI crowd not liking a travel call.
Shepard kicks it out to the corner, three on the way, no. Parallel on the rebound. 23 seconds left in the half, or rather the quarter. Shot clock and game clock less than a second difference. Penn picked up on the switch by Aska. Now Parallon launches the three, misses.
And once again, Milligan with excellent defense on the perimeter as he forced another air ball.
Score after one period. Virgin Islands 21, BVI 17. We're back in 2 minutes. Welcome back to the Multipurpose Sports Complex in Road Town. It's a 21-17 lead for the team that's actually designated the home team in this one, Virgin Islands, over BVI. Glad you can be with us wherever you're tuned in from, around the Caribbean or around the world. I have a feeling that this one's going to remain close. One of the best crowds that we've seen here. The entire lower bowl just about full. And
look at the defense by Milligan. Look at the defense. Look at
now
the
he
defense.
intercepts the pass.
Boy, what a luxury it is to have a player that can hound the ball like that and force the issue on your point guard.
So it's BVI ball with 6 to shoot. Parallon on Victor. Has his shot blocked by Victor. Now Milligan at the other end with the layup.
Defense from the Virgin Islands starting to step up.
Boy, great defense in that sequence by both Milligan and Victor. Victor with his arms straight up on that three-point attempt by Parallon, blocked it clean. George whips the pass left side to Parallon, three on the way. That's good.
Parallon with a three from the corner.
Parallon says, I can shoot those if it's not from 28 feet when the clock's winding down.
Beautiful screen and roll between Shepard and Reimer. Reimer was able to set the screen and dive to the basket. Unable to make the shot, but picked up the foul.
Foul is on Franklin Penn. I believe that's his first. Beg your pardon, it's his second. Reimer will go to the free throw line. He has not missed a free throw in this tournament. (24-20). Reimer hits them both. And it's 25-20. Matches the biggest lead for, I beg your pardon, Virgin Islands led by 6. Now a long three is no good. Parallon. Shepard into the corner. Now back out to Shepard. He jacks up the three. That rattles out. Rebound George. 8:25 to play, second quarter. Nice find from Kennedy Bass to Steve Parallon. Now Williams gets it to Reimer. Reimer over the outstretched arm of George, and he emphatically pulls that rebound down. Now a mismatch down low. Parallon wanted it, had it poked out. Now George working on Reimer. 5 to shoot. Samuel has his pass deflected. And the no-look defense by Samuel. And now a good finish by Reimer. 27-22. George has it poked out from behind. And then Kilvin loses it. It'll be Virgin Islands ball, and they get the timeout they've been trying to get for a minute now. It's a 5-point lead for Virgin Islands, 27-22. We're back at the CBC Championships in 1 minute. .13 to play, second quarter, and I think Angel Rivera must be the most popular man in the Caribbean. Rosano Ramos says here, I'm Angel Rivera's best friend, supporting him like always. That message came through on Facebook. You can contact us through Facebook as well, Caribbean Basketball Confederation, or on Twitter. We are at Caribe Basket, Caribe Basket. 7 minutes to play. And the nice jump shot by Aska makes it a 7-point lead.
And just like that, coach just told his players to clear out, let Oscar go 1-on-1. It's obvious he's going to run his offense through him tonight.
Rivera gets it to Aska. He drives. Feet go out from under him, but they're going to get Kennedy Bass, and I think that may be Bass's third.
I think you would agree with me, partner, that the crowd tonight is probably the best we've seen in the last 2 weeks since we've been here. As expected.
Yep. It's actually only the second foul on Bass. Now finally Rivera controls it. 5 to shoot, 3 on the way from Williams, no. Ball tipped and then controlled by Smith. He gives it right back to Reimer. Reimer goes up. And gets the foul on Smith.
And that's probably going to hurt the BVI team for the rest of this game. They're going to have to put bodies on these players, as the Virgin Islands is just a bigger team right now. They got a 6 guy with another 6'9" with Williams. Rebounding is not all about height. It's just about putting bodies on people.
So a 7-point lead now. Reimer can make it 9. We expect the crowds will get even better as we get into the semifinal round, especially any games that BVI plays in. Reimer hits them both, and it's 31-22. Samuel. Rivera not letting him by. Now a pretty move, but finishes Smith. Now a steal, 3 on the way. Rebound Williams. Milligan back the other way. He tries to get around Chiverton, but Chiverton's defense too good, and now Aska was bottled up in the corner. Milligan the floater, air ball. Back to Milligan, and he hits. First half. For the Virgin Islands, Aska leading with 12 points. Reimer with 6 points, 5 rebounds. Hart with 6. Williams a quiet first half with 4. Angel Rivera 5 points, 4 assists. 20 points in the paint for the Virgin Islands, just 6 for BVI. BVI's leading scorer, J.R. Chiverton, with 10. 3 of them coming on that miracle three-pointer at the end of the first half. Franklin Penn has 9. Steve Parallon 5. Bjorn Caleb with 4. Leading rebounder for BVI. Parallon with 4. Kennedy Bass with 3 assists. Once again, the halftime score from the Multipurpose Sports Complex in Roadtown, Virgin Islands 45, BVI 34. Our 4th and final game of the day. Our first game, it was Antigua and Barbuda defeating Bermuda 71-64. Barbados over the Cayman Islands 85-50, and Suriname gets its first win defeating Guyana 81-48. I'm Craig Fada. My partner is Cal White. We will be back with second half action in about 10.5 minutes. Welcome back to the Multi-Purpose Sports Complex in Road Town on Tortola of the British Virgin Islands. It is the final game of preliminary round play, and there are some implications of the outcome of this one on what games take place tomorrow. We will do our best to update you as the scenarios are figured out with regard to who plays and when early tomorrow. Right now it's 45-34 in favor of the Virgin Islands over BVI as we come back from halftime. Earlier on today it was Antigua and Barbuda over Bermuda 71-64. Barbados over the Cayman Islands 85-50, and Guyana defeated, or rather fell to Suriname 81-48. We know the times of the games tomorrow. We're just not sure who plays and when. Action will start at 11:45. First of 5 games tomorrow, culminating in the semifinals at 6:45 and 9 o'clock. We know the participants in the semifinals will be Antigua, the Bahamas, BVI, and the Virgin Islands. We just don't know what the seeds will shake out as, and the score of this game will determine, I believe, what some of the other tiebreakers work out as. So we may not know until this one is over what the exact schedule is for tomorrow, but we will do our best to give you as much as we have. Now Chiverton misses the 3 badly to the right, and then the putback by Samuel is blocked. Now Aska can't finish from in close. And already Milligan is up and getting ready to check in for Virgin Islands. Now off the glass, Smith's shot won't go. And Rivera, lightning fast, past his defender, gives Williams, and the big man lays it in. And it's 47-34.
And I'm laughing because Coach Mitchell was just sending in Mulligan for Rivera, but Rivera with a beautiful pass, he gave him another chance to stay in the game.
Now Penn comes in to replace Chiverton. No, beg your pardon, Samuel. Rivera's one of those guys who seems like he's as fast with the ball as he is without it. And now a foul on Cuthbert Victor.
But put in 2 hands in the back of the offensive player. Call for the foul.
Second foul on Victor. Now Smith works his way in, can't finish with the left hand. Gets poked out of bounds. It'll be Virgin Islands ball. 8:24 to play in the third. Glad you can be with us wherever you're watching from, around the Caribbean and around the world, during our earlier game between Suriname and Guyana. We heard from folks in South America, Europe, the U.S. You can say hello to us on Twitter. We are at Carib Basket, CARIBE-BASKET. If you have a question for us, we'll do our best to answer it. And you can go onto Facebook and like Caribbean Basketball Confederation. Maybe we'll read your comment on the air. Back to a 15-point lead, 49-34. Now a collision between Chiverton and Hart.
And BVI got to be careful right now, as all they're getting is one shot and done. The Virgin Islands doing a great job of boxing out after the shot goes up. Last 2 possessions, the Virgin Islands got pretty good looks at the basket, was able to score.
Now Randy George on for BVI. Parallon sitting down. Now the pass from Rivera to Aska. He kicks it out to Hart. 3 on the way. Drills that one. And it's an 18-point lead.
I'm a little more impressed with the Virgin Islands defense than I are the offense.
Yeah.
As they've settled down and given these BVI players just one shot and done.
Williams handing it to Rivera. He attacks. Now Penn dribbles it off his foot, gets it back and lays it in. Rivera, some slick dribbling, kicks it out to Hart. 3 on the way. Circles that one in. Pretty assist by Rivera.
What a move by Angel Rivera that he went behind his back a couple times getting to the basket.
Now 3 by Penn, no. Back tapped. BVI controls. Biggest lead of the game, 19 points on the 3-pointer by Khalid Hart. Now a 3 by Smith. Misses badly left. He's not a 3-point shooter, but the shot clock was winding down.
And I've got to tell you, the Virgin Islands doing a good job of keeping this British Virgin Islands crowd out of this game. They haven't had much to cheer about all night.
Every time they do make a basket, they erupt a little bit. If they ever get a run going. Now Hart with the move. Oh my goodness.
Khalid Hart with the reverse, as the Virgin Islands has now taken a 21-point lead.
What an unbelievable move by Khalid Hart. Crossover, split the defense, reverse as we go to a 21-point lead. As my partner mentioned, we're back in just a moment.
Virgin Islands team clicking in all cylinders right now, as they have got a 21-point lead as they start off this quarter with a 12-2 run. With Khalid Hart.
Yeah, Khalid Hart with 8 of those points. And that's
right now, the British Virgin Islands doesn't have anything inside, as the Virgin Islands is beating them 26-8 inside the paint.
Now the fadeaway, a pretty shot by Randy George. Stops the bleeding. Rivera gets by Penn again, kicks it out to Hart. Aska fakes the 3, now to the corner for Rivera for 3. Yes!
What ball movement by the Virgin Islands team as the ball went inside, then outside, then inside, then back out for the beautiful three by Rivera.
22-point lead. Now the big man for three, that won't go. Chiverton giving it up to George. Shot from the right baseline, no. Rebound, Williams. Now Rivera gets fouled by Chiverton. Chiverton can't be complaining about that foul. He wrapped him up. Might have been complaining at his teammates for something else, but certainly he couldn't be protesting that foul.
Rivera is a nifty little guard. Great ball handlers. You got to be on your heel, on your toes when you're guarding him.
Aska for three. Chiverton controls. Now Penn for three. That circles in.
Penn really the only offense for this BVI team right now, as he's single-handedly trying to get them back in this game.
Now Milligan, left wing to Shepard. Now with three on the way from Hart, back iron, no. Rebound, George. Penn, wicked crossover dribble. Might have traveled, no call, and then the three wouldn't go by Bjorn. Caleb. Still 60-43, a 17-point lead. Now a long deuce is good by Milligan.
I've got to tell you, the ball movement by the Virgin Islands right now, it's just effortless as they're finding the open player.
Now Penn with the floater won't go. Rebound George. And he gets fouled. The foul for the Virgin Islands on Giorgio Milligan. That is the first on Milligan. So George to the free throw line, short on the first. Second free throw is in. 62-44.
Shout out to Ignacio, who's tuned in on Facebook. Said, I'd like to shout out my daughter's two godfathers, Kevin Teagan Shepard and Craig Williams Jr., both played for the U.S. Virgin Islands men's team.
Turn around from Aska at the right elbow.
Look at the difference in both teams. British Virgin Islands are working very hard to get a shot off, while the Virgin Islands is almost effortlessly as they have the ball moving. I tell you, Coach Mitchell's got this team working on all cylinders right now.
The spacing for Virgin Islands has been outstanding. They're spacing it well on offense. They're guarding the guards on defense.
A lot of that have to do with the shooters that the Virgin Islands have. All their bigs can shoot the ball, so you can't really pack it in on them.
Virgin Islands foul called on Aska, his first, and Chiverton will go to the free throw line. JR hits the first.
Pretty sure the BVI fans was expecting a closer game, as the Virgin Island right now, the 19-point, make it 18-point lead. Let's see if the BVI can get something going on defense and get them going.
Well, with BVI missing two of their key elements, now Aska follows his own shot, won't go. Chiverton gets past Hart. Tries to hit Penn on the cross-court pass, and it's intercepted. Minute 47 to play. Virgin Islands content to set up the offense. Now Shepard with the pretty left-hand drive. It won't go. He wanted a foul. Now Penn attacks. Gives it to Caleb. His shot's blocked. And now a foul, I believe, on Parallon. That may be the fourth on Parallon.
And that's a good foul, as Kevin Shepard never left from underneath the basket when he missed that layup. He was wide open.
Some unintentional cherry picking. That's the third foul on Parallon, or rather the second. Shepard around the screen by Aska, gets it back to Ivan. Now they swing it left side to Hart. 10 to shoot. Hart trying to get around Chiverton, kicks it out. Three on the way. No. Rebound Penn. 1:05 to play third quarter, and BVI turns it over. Well, we've seen stranger things in this men's tournament as far as comebacks go.
Last 2 weeks we've seen a lot of comeback, both on the women and the men's side. Basketball is a game of runs, so this game is not over by any stretch. Still have a lot of basketball left.
Rivera to Victor, now hands it to Shepard on the weave. Penn reaches in, and then it's swatted out of there by Freeman. Now Penn with the layup at the other end. Leads down to 16. Rivera on the attack and the dish, but he gets fouled.
These BVI guards are going to have to stop that penetration from Rivera, as he's gotten in the lane a number of times to kick it out to find open shots.
The BVI foul was on Penn, his third. 20 seconds to play in the third quarter. Shot clock at 16. Now Bjorn Caleb for three. No. Gets his own long rebound. He attacks, goes to the glass, and lays it in. Rivera just about banks home a long shot as the third quarter expires, but BVI has cut it to 14. 64-50. Fourth quarter action from Road Town when we come back. Back at the jam-packed multi-purpose sports complex in Road Town on Tortola. It's the Battle of the Islands. U.S. versus British. And it's the U.S. Virgin Islands with a 64-50 lead over the British Virgin Islands as we head into the fourth quarter. We've seen some fourth quarter comebacks, some near comebacks, some all-the-way comebacks, and some pretty exciting runs. So I think BVI is more than capable of a fourth quarter run. Now the three blocked by Milligan. Samuel for three, air ball. I don't know why they're jacking up threes, contested threes with so much time left on the shot clock. Rivera, the drive and the dish, wide open jumper, that's good.
And he's
Milligan
done that all
hits.
night. He's done it all night as he's been able to penetrate and kick out for the wide open deuce. This BVI team have a lot of fight in them. They need to start running some offense, get some movement going, or they're capable of making a run.
Well, it looked like Blyden had Caleb on the roll. Now the floater won't go. Rebound, Parallon back up strong with the right hand and hits. Now Victor spinning his way up and in for Cuthbert Victor. What a tough shot. Completes the three-point play, 69-52, back up to 17. Samuel tried to give it up underneath to Parallon, but it gets intercepted. Now Hart fouled, it won't go in, but Blyden will draw the foul. Third foul on Dion Blyden. Now a timeout for BVI. 17-point deficit for the British Virgin Islands. They had it down to 14. Then the three-point play by Victor got it back to 17. We're back in just a moment. BVI with a hill to climb, but not an insurmountable one. With 8:26 still to play in the fourth quarter, they trail by 17.
Remember, they came back from down about 15 against the Barbados team.
Let's see if the hosts have some magic left.
And they definitely have the players to make a run, as they has some extremely good shooters. Haven't seen a lot of Kennedy Bass this game. He's one of the leaders on the floor. Look to see him and Chiverton in a few to see if they can cut into this Virgin Islands lead.
And we thought it might be the play of Ivan Aska and Craig Williams that made the difference. The big men for Virgin Islands with Cleon Penn and Norval Carey out for BVI. But to me, it's the guards that have made the difference in this one for Virgin Islands. And now Milligan taken out of the air. Is that going to be an unsportsmanlike? No. That foul on Bjorn Caleb.
Just like that, it's back up to a 20-point lead. I got to tell you, BVI is not helping itself by turning the ball over. They're going to need to slow it down.
Freeman's short jumper won't go. Now the nice feed to Victor from Rivera. Gorgeous pass from Rivera to Victor.
And I'm wondering if Coach Malone has already conceded this win, as I haven't seen any starters on the court right now for this BVI team. Remember, they've already qualified for the medal round. They're moving on regardless of a win or a loss.
Yep.
Right now, they're just playing to see who's seeded first and who's seeded second.
That could very well be it. Or he's resting them for a run here in the fourth quarter. But at this point, starting to get away from him. (75-54) after the two free throws by Caleb. Hart to his right to Milligan. Back to Hart, now Milligan. He drives, gives it up to the big man. He has it swatted away. Penn attacking, and he gets it blocked by Victor.
Craig Williams, who just got his shot blocked, and he's been very quiet tonight, as he haven't been able to get going from the three-point line. Well, I got to tell you, this kid, Franklin Penn, he's going to be a good one.
Yeah, he's a hard-nosed player. He's quick. He's got a nice outside shot, plays good defense, and he's only 21 years old.
And from what I'm being told, he's still in high school. Either still in high school or just graduated. So he had a long, long career ahead of him. He's getting some great, great experience here in this FIBA tournament. He can only get better.
Second free throw bounces out. It'll remain BVI ball. Just under 7 minutes to play. George has it on the wing. Now Parallon, the fadeaway is short, but George is there for the left-hand putback.
Great job by Randy George as he was able to get the offensive rebound.
Three on the way, no. Parallon the rebound. Back inside at 20. It's at 18. Penn for three. Yes! Now Hart. Steal by Parallon. Now a three on the way from the corner, and that's good! Dion Blyden as the shot clock expires.
And here comes the crowd. The crowd is now back into the game as they're just down 12 points.
And Sam Mitchell wants timeout following the three-point bomb. If they had replay, they might go to replay to see if he got that off. I'm not entirely sure if he did or not, but there's no reviewing it now. It's 75-63. Angel on Twitter says it may only be a glimmer, but there is still hope for Team BVI. Well, it's more than a glimmer right now as they're down only 12. Johnny Gray says, my bro Hart to guard, presumably talking about Khalid Hart, is the real deal, and he's got a bright future. He certainly does. You can join in the conversation. We are at Carib Basket, CARIBEBASKET, and we're on Facebook
And
at
just,
Caribbean Basketball Confederation.
and just like that, BVI is back in this game. And they did it with their defense and the long ball. The two young kids, Penn and Blyden, getting them back in this game. Now here comes the pressure.
Here comes the pressure and the crowd. Aska ahead to Hart, and they break the pressure. They find Rivera in the corner. Now Williams to Aska underneath. Shot won't go, but he draws the foul. Foul's going to be on Leslie Smith. An 11-0 run by BVI. Aska puts an end to that with 2 free throws.
Let's see if BVI can get some more good ball movement and get some wide open shots as they did the last 2 possessions.
Penn on the wing. Has his 3 blocked by Hart. Boy, we've seen Milligan do that. Now Hart's into it. Cuthbert Victor for 3. No. Long rebound to Khalid Hart. And Aska saying, let's get it set back up. Gets it to Rivera out top. And Rivera bumped by George. 3 on the way, no. Rebound fought for, and then thrown away by the BVI. .451 to play. It's going to be Virgin Islands basketball. I thought the shot clock was going to be at 24.
If you're this BVI team, you got to come up with those. You got to come up with those rebounds, as you can't give this Virgin Island team second chance points.
Yeah, every 50-50 ball, BVI at this point's got to win 80 or 90% of them. Now Victor for 3. Yes!
I got to tell you, partner, that's your 4-man. That's your power forward shooting threes.
Back to a 17-point lead, 3 circles out. Now Rivera accelerating, high off the glass and in for Angel Rivera.
He was like a blur going to the basket as he got around the corner.
After the 11-0 run, the lead back up to 19.
If I'm Coach Malone, I want to take Franklin off the point and put him on the wing as he's your best three-point shooter on the floor. He's burning a lot of energy handling the ball.
So after the 11-0 run by BVI, Virgin Islands answers with a 7-0 run of their own. Now Parallon for 3. That's good!
Great shot by Steve Parallon as he was able to square up from on top of the key. Good.
Hart attacking to his left, gets all the way up, puts it up with a right hand, and it falls. What a shot by Khalid Hart.
Strong, strong play by Hart as he was able to withstand the contact and still make the 2. BVI team are going to have to start coming up with some stops.
Rivera, the crossover and the left-hand layup. Wow!
What a crossover by Rivera. Great move by Parallon as he was able to switch hands for the deuce.
Leron Smith getting set to check in. Haven't seen him yet tonight.
Coach Malone still not playing his starters as he's still going with his bench.
Yeah, they made that 11-0 run with the bench. Now
Down
Shepherd.
18 with 2 minutes left. He's got to be thinking about tomorrow facing the Bahamas team.
Yeah, they put 14 on the shot clock. That's what the delay was, and it had gotten down to 1. Now Aska back to Milligan, 10 to shoot. Milligan from 17, Blyden the rebound. Penn picked up by Smith. Now the lob to Parallon, left side. Nobody's moving, and now finally Blyden cuts to the hoop, but now a 3 on the way by Caleb is no good. And now Virgin Islands going to the bench.
Coach Mitchell getting ready to clear his bench.
Jerry Friday on Facebook says, I'd love to see Rivera do more of that shoot on his penetrations instead of kicking it out all the time. (89-68), minute 5 to play.
Coach telling his player to foul to get these guys out the game.
Yeah.
He had a hold of Franklin Penn, and the ref still wouldn't call the foul.
So Craig Williams sits down. LaRon Smith comes in. Yvonne Aska sits down. Now Samuel gives it to Freeman. He can't score from in close. And we're inside of a minute. Milligan. Out to Shepard. And 4-0. BVI. Khalid Hart led the Virgin Islands with 20 points. Ivan Aska had 19. Rivera had 12 points and 7 assists. Milligan had 12 points. Victor had 10 points and 9 rebounds. Craig Williams Jr. had a quiet night, just 6 points. He did have 6 rebounds. Ivan Aska added 8 rebounds. 36 points in the paint for the Virgin Islands, just 22 for BVI. Leading the way for BVI was Franklin Penn with 22 points. J.R. Chiverton had 12. Steve Paralon also with 12 and 6 rebounds. Bjorn Caleb had 8. Randy George 7. Blyden with 5. Smith and Samuel with 2 apiece. Kennedy Bass did not score in that game. He only took 2 shots. So again, trying to get some final information here for what the games will be tomorrow. We know they'll start with the 9th place game at 11:45, and then the qualifying games after that for the bronze medal game at 2 and 4:15. Does not appear that we will be getting that information before we go off the air here. So we would encourage you to check out Tortola2015.com in the coming hours and in the morning to see what the game schedule is going to be for tomorrow. Partner, any final thoughts on this one?
I think the Virgin Islands was kind of short-handed. They really missed Norval Carey tonight. Hopefully he can be back tomorrow. They're a way better team than they look tonight. It's going to be an uphill battle of facing a strong Bahamas team. But I look forward to that game, and I know that's going to be a good one.
Once again, the final score from the Multi-Purpose Sports Complex in Rowtown on Tortola. Virgin Islands 89, BVI 70. We will be back tomorrow as we begin qualifying round action. For my partner Cal White, I'm Craig Fada saying so long for now from the Multi-Purpose Sports Complex in Tortola. We're back tomorrow. Thanks for being with us.